Now let's finish off this exercise, beta. Eighth one is saying the area between x is equal to y square and x is equal to 4 is divided into two equal parts by a line x is equal to a. Then you have to find this value of this a. Okay, so this first curve given to us, x is equal to y square, is representing a right opening parabola. Okay, we know that by looking at the equation. We know this is a right opening parabola, and x is equal to 4 would be a line parallel to y-axis. Then the dividing line, which is dividing the area into parts, x is equal to a, would be another line again parallel to y-axis. तो कुछ ऐसा rough sketch हमारा बन के आता है. Alright, that's a parabola. Suppose this is a line x is equal to 4. Then somewhere in between would be some line x is equal to a, which is dividing this area between parabola and the line in equal parts. So these are the two parts it has divided it into. Okay, so we have been given that area of COD. This is one portion. It has divided, the line has done the division, and ABCD is the leftover part. So these are your two portions which are equal in area. So I've made that equation here according to the given condition. This area is equal to this. Now this area that we have to evaluate. So if you see, again it's a symmetric figure. This figure is symmetrical about x-axis. तो हम ऊपर का above x-axis का ले ले रहे हैं, and we will double it for the area. Okay, so I have shown you rectangles here जिसमें जितने में मैं theory लगा रही हूँ of integration. All right, so from here this rectangle is moving from where x is 0, here x is 0, to here x will become a. ये line x is equal to a है, so every point out here is x is equal to a. Okay, so we have to integrate from 0 to a, and the rectangle is going up to the parabola. Okay, so y, or the height or the length of this rectangle, will be decided by y of parabola. So parabola was x is equal to y square, so from there y is equal to under root x. Okay, so we know that. Now likewise जब हम ये remaining the other side का area ले रहे हैं, तो now your x or rectangle is moving from this limit where x is a to this limit where x is 4. तो हमारी limits हो जाएंगी now integrating from a to 4, and still it is moving on that same parabola. तो ये function वही रहना है आपका root x dx. Okay, so your 2 and 2 is getting balanced there. Integration of x to the power of half becomes x to the power of 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 भी balance हो जा रहा है दोनों तरफ. Now just you have to apply the limits. Upper limit minus the smaller limit. So this would become a to the power of 3 by 2, and 0 में तो 0 हो जाएगा, and this side it will be 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus lower limit a to the power of 3 by 2. We had to evaluate our a, so we are taking this to the other side. So this becomes 2 times a to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to 4 to the power of 3 by 2. अब हमें a निकालना था, तो यहाँ इसका 3 by 2 रूट चल रही है. So we'll raise it to the power of 2 by 3. So that 3 by 2 to the power of 2 by 3, your powers get balanced, and it becomes a to the power of 1, which is a. Okay, so raising either side to the power of 2 by 3 now. So 2 by 2, 3 by 3 ये कैंसिल हो गया, तो यहाँ a रह गया. अभी ये पावर यहाँ 2 को भी जाएगी, so this becomes 2 to the power of 2 by 3, and this side also आपका बैलेंस हो जा रही है पावर, so you're only left with 4. So a was our question, so a will be this, will take to the other side. अब क्योंकि यहाँ पे base 4 था and 2 square is 4, तो मैंने इसे convert कर लिया है as 4 to the power of 1 by 3. Okay, so 4 to the power of 1 minus 1 by 3, that is 4 to the power of 2 by 3 is value of our a. Okay, now beta, ninth question. Find the area of the region bounded by parabola y is equal to x square and y is equal to modulus of x. So modulus of x, it is either once plus and once minus. तो ये actually जब भी modulus होता है तो pair of curve होता है. This means there are two lines, pair of lines हैं. Okay, so one curve given to us, parabola y is equal to x square. This is an upward opening parabola. Y axis इसका axis of symmetry है. Okay, so upward opening parabola hai, and this would be representing pair of line, once with plus sign, y is equal to x and y is equal to minus x also. So these are two lines actually. Okay, and ये कैसी lines है, x is equal to y कैसी line होती है, this has slope 1. Okay, and that means ये वो line होती है which is passing through the origin, क्योंकि constant नहीं है इसमें again, and it is equally inclined to the coordinate axis. ये सब आपने 11th में हमने सब करा हुआ है, so you need to revise all your knowledge there. So x is equal to y is this line, and then x is equal to minus y, y is equal to minus x है, so you will go this side where x is negative, so that is again equally inclined but in the second quadrant. Okay, so these were your three curves: parabola, line x is equal to y is equal to minus x. Okay, so area enclosed between line and parabola is what I have shaded here naturally. Okay, and again this figure is symmetrical about y axis. तो अगर आप एक तरफ का एरिया निकाल के उसे डबल कर दोगे तो आपको पूरा मिल जाएगा. So we are applying theory only to the first quadrant. Okay, so yes, of course, before proceeding, because these two curves are meeting at a point, so to know our limit of integration we need to find the point of intersection. जब भी two curves meet करते हैं we have to find the point of intersection. So for finding point of intersection we will solve the curves simultaneously. अब क्योंकि मैं theory first quadrant में लगा रही हूँ तो I am just solving 1 and 2. I did not bother about 3. आप चाहो तो उसका भी निकाल सकते हो, but was not really required. Our work is restricted to first quadrant. So for point of intersection I have solved equation 1 and 3 together. So put y as x here. So the equation will become x square minus x or x minus x square, whichever way, is equal to 0. So factorizing, you get two roots from here, either x is 0 or x is 1. Okay, solving the equation simultaneously. Finding the corresponding y, x is equal to y था, तो जो x है वही y भी आना है, तो आपका point of intersection आ गया 0,0, that's your origin. ठीक है, एंड अनदर 1,1, इसका हो जाएगा 1,-1 अगर आप यहाँ लेते हो तो. ऑलराइट, सॉरी, -1,1. y is positive, x is negative. Okay, so anyways that was not required. I'm just focusing on first quadrant. So the required area is, I've done double of what is in first quadrant. Okay, so okay, now children, what you have to notice here special is, अभी तक जो हम कर्व्स के साथ डील कर रहे थे उसमें क्या हो रहा था कि आपका जो गिवन कर्व था वो सीधे एक्सिस तक जा रहा था, बी इट एक्स एक्सिस, बी इट वाई एक्सिस, फ्रॉम वट एवर कर्व, मे बी इट वॉज जस्ट अ पैराबोला, देन फ्रॉम पैराबोला टिल एक्स एक्सिस जाना था हमारे रेक्टेंगल को, या सर्कल था तो सर्कल भी आइदर एक्स एक्सिस वाई एक्सिस जिसमें भी जा रहा था, फ्रॉम द कर्व स्ट्रेट अवे टू एक्सिस. ओके, अभी यहाँ पे लाइन है. But see now what is happening here is that when you are talking about length of this rectangle, so this rectangle you see is not going up to the axis here. See, मैंने जो rectangle बनाया है, this is actually only, ये line से start हो रहा है and parabola पे subside कर जा रहा है, right? Okay, so for this, अब अगर मैं कहूँगी इसका y मुझे निकालना है, तो इसका y मेरा कैसे आएगा? Whatever is y of line minus y of parabola. यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? ओके, या दी अदर वे राउंड आप ये कहो कि हमको जब इसमें इंटीग्रेशन की थ्योरी लगानी है तो हम कहेंगे ये अबव कर्व है, तो पहला हम पूरा रेक्टेंगल लेंगे अबव कर्व टू एक्सिस, फिर हम लेंगे फ्रॉम पैराबोला टू एक्सिस, एंड देन उन दोनों का डिफरेंस कर देंगे. ओके, सो उतना लंबा नहीं करके हम इसको शॉर्ट भी कर सकते हैं स्ट्रेट अवे, मीन्स वी कैन फाइंड टू एरियाज इंडिविजुअली, वट एवर इज द एरिया इनक्लोज बिटवीन द लाइन एंड एक्सिस. From there we will minus the area enclosed between parabola and line. Actually concept वही है. Okay, because हमको जो area का expression मिलता है वो होता है from the curve to axis. That is what we have studied. Okay, so but in net अगर आप देखो when you will subtract these two, तो दोनों का dx इसमें भी था, dx इसमें भी था, लिमिट सेम चल रही है आपकी. ऑलराइट, सो लिमिट भी कॉमन आ जाती है, dx भी कॉमन आ जाता है, तो आपका सब्ट्रैक्शन एक्चुअली किसका होता है? y का होता है. Okay, so you can cut it short, you can write it straight away कि length of our rectangle, we can see length of our rectangle is whatever was y of line minus y of parabola. ये basically idea वही है, this whole length minus this. अब वो पूरा expression में पूरा area minus करो आप या सीधे length में minus कर लो. Okay, so I have done it in length straight away. Okay, okay, so yes, that is what I was telling you here, that here when I'm talking about the length of my rectangle, then it would be whatever is value of y on line minus y of parabola. This will give me the length of my rectangle and its width is of course dx. and ये ऐसे rectangles में कहाँ से कहाँ तक move कर रही हूँ? x में along when x was 0, यहाँ से start हुआ ये area, and ये till गया when x was 1. Okay, so my limits क्या decide होती हैं? We have to move this rectangle from where x was 0 to where x is 1. So these are my limits of integration dx, and that is how I get the length of my area in question, right? So that is how, when there are two curves, you have to be a bit more careful. Okay, fine. So then continuing after that, it's calculation only. So y of line, ये आपकी line थी, तो y of line आपका x है, y of parabola यहाँ से आ जाएगा x square. Okay, so x minus x square will give you length of your rectangle. So integrating this, now you know how to integrate. Integral of x is x squared by 2, of this is x cubed by 3. Put the values, upper limit, lower limit, and you get your answer. That would be the required answer.